Hello and welcome. My name is Charlene Smith and I am back with my show brought to you in association with Premier Footballers. Now, my guest today is the former captain of Nigeria. He's experienced 2 World Cups. He's won an Italian Cup with Lazio. He's also won a Turkish Cup and an African Cup of Nations with Nigeria. He's currently playing in Saudi Arabia. I'd like to give a warm welcome to midfielder Onazi. Hello.
Hi. Hi, good morning. How are you doing?
Good afternoon here in the UK.
Yeah. Oh, good.
Good stuff. Now, you've experienced some of the world's biggest football tournaments like the World Cup and the Europa Cup. What was your most memorable moment?
Oh, well, they are all memorable moments, but of course, you know, the World Cup is the best tournament in the world, and it's something that everyone wants to play, you know. I think that should be an outstanding opportunity for me to play in the World Cup, and I think that's the best feelings ever you can ever have, you know.
100%. Now, Lazio are a big club and you were one of their top midfielders. What was the atmosphere like? And just give us an insight into what the fans were like.
Well, it's not easy to play in Lazio, you know. The fans are really fanatic fans, and they are passionate, and it's a very big club, historical club as well. And playing in that team, it puts you always on your toes, you know. If you lose a game, it's always a problem. So it's a kind of, for me, it's very good. It's a big challenge for me, even without saying a word to you, even without the coach telling you a word. You already know that every game is not an easy game. You must have to win. At worst, you have to take a point out of the game. So the fans are really loving people. I never had any problems with the fans all my days in Lazio, because I've always put my best in every game. Even if the game goes well or it doesn't go well, I give out my 100%. And they always know that anytime I'm on the pitch, I always give my 100%. So I've got good rapport with the fans. I've never had any issue with them. And we did our best when I was there. We did all we could, try to win the Coppa Italia against Roma. Was one of the most important game we played when I played when I was in Lazio. And also we played quite a couple of games in the Europa League. We got to great games, great stages in Europa League. And I remembered also that we qualified for the Champions League to play the playoffs against Bayern Leverkusen. Then also, it was a fantastic moment, you know. Lazio was always a great moment, because we are always on our toes when we are playing in Lazio, and I really like that environment, and that is the mentality I grew up with, and everywhere I go, that is how I treat and I react to every game I play.
And what was it like for you when you did win that Italian Cup with Lazio?
It was really a crazy moment. Before the game, it was really intense situation, because not only a cup that you're going to play, but you're playing a derby with Roma. So it's like winning 2 trophies at the same time. So before the game, it was really tense. You know, we always go to the camp, stay before the game. The fans will always come around. You know, when they are singing, chanting those their words and their song, you are in your room and you are listening to it. So it's already a psychological effect that this game is no joke game. So during the game, it was really tough game. We did all we could, and eventually we won against Roma, and it was a crazy moment in Rome. It was really like the whole of the city was shut down. And I was supposed to travel, I think that day. I was supposed to go, the next day, I was supposed to go for the national team. So they took all the players. We went to a restaurant to celebrate, and the fans, they literally closed the whole area. There was no way that anyone could go out. That I had to sneak out from the rooftop of the building to go out somewhere else so I could travel, because they were all drunk. They don't want to listen to anybody. You don't go anywhere. You must celebrate with us. Like, it was really crazy. And it was fantastic too as well, you know, seeing the fans so happy, passionate about everything. It was amazing. The whole street was filled. Like, it's the best feelings you can ever have playing in the club.
It sounds absolutely magical, and it just goes to show, you know, how much football and what that means to the fans.
Yeah.
And how did it feel to qualify for the Champions League as well?
Another historical day for us, because we went on an away game. We played against Napoli, and I think Napoli, if they win the game too as well, they were supposed to qualify for the Champions League playoff. And we were losing against Napoli, and we eventually came back, and they had the penalty. And I think it was Higuain. He lost the penalty. And then I came in. Immediately I came in, was not up to like 5 minutes or so. And then I scored the goal that we are ahead of them. Mm-hmm. And it was an historical goal. Everyone was so crazy about that. And I think on the last minutes to go, then Miroslav Klose scored the other goal to secure the winning. And we left. We couldn't leave Napoli that night because their fans were mad, and they closed the whole stadium. We were in the stadium for almost 2 hours.
Wow.
Same situation. I was supposed to leave to the national team the next day. So I needed to go out through a friend who came to watch the game. I came with him with the car, and then we went to Rome. And arriving in Rome, it was around 3 a.m. in the morning. About 7,000 to 8,000 fans were already at the training ground waiting for us. When I got in there, they took me. In fact, it was like they want to eat me like a bread. Everyone was dead. And I was the one who scored the goal that gave them rest of mind, you know, to be ahead of the team. And so it was an amazing moment. I can't forget this moment because it was really important to me as well.
How does it make you feel as a player when you see, you know, fans reacting in this way?
Well, you know, in this football, there's always the positive side and the negative side. It's just like also in the press, as you all know. When things are going well, then it's all good. But when things are going the other way around, they are going to kill you as well. So I just try as much as I can to manage the situation, you know. But of course, when you keep on doing the right things and do your job as you're supposed to do, and I think you shouldn't have any problems. But, you know, celebrate with them, be happy, but always not carried away about anything that's happening.
It's about keeping level-headed.
Yeah.
So Serie A's obviously got a lot of memorable moments for you. Who are the top 3 players that you've either played with or against? And give us the reasoning for this.
I've played with one of the greatest players, German player, who is our striker, Miroslav Klose. I learned a lot from this man. He's one of the people who I have seen in my life who are almost 100% professional. And there's no difference between his trainings and his matches because he's the same. In the training, if he loses the training match or something, he's so mad at himself and everybody playing for him. So he's one person I put on my top list that this is the person I played with, and it's a privilege for me to play alongside with him. And the next person will be Hernanes. He's a Brazilian, very good player. He's a midfield player. He's so talented. I learned a lot from him. He's an amazing guy, and we played together, and I learned a lot from him. And he's another top player that I would say I played alongside with him. And the next person who will be on the list will be Mauro Zarate. He's also amazing player from Argentina. Top 3 players I've played with, and I think this is good for me.
It's always great when you've got role models like that to look up to amongst the team and amongst the squad.
Yeah.
Now, some people may have forgotten that you were once the captain of Nigeria. What responsibility did this come with, and how proud did it make you feel?
Well, first of all, playing in my national team, it's a privilege for me. It's something I always want to do right from my youthful age, because I started right from the under-17s and got to this level. And just playing in the national team already is a responsibility on its own, because I could remember my first game in the national team under-17 against Germany in the World Cup. I was shaking on the stadium, like it was really, and I don't know how to explain that feelings, because the whole country is looking up to you, your family, your friends, everybody. The stadium is packed, filled, and what's just going on in your mind is, I don't want to let my country down, you know. And going up to the extent of being the captain of the Super Eagles was something that the decision was taken by the coach, because he saw the responsibility in me, and saw he saw that I could be able to lead the team that time. And he called me and told me about it. I said, okay, that's fine. It's not an easy task, but of course, I know how it is, what and the things I need to do to be able to take this position. It's not one of the simplest things you want to do, because being the captain of the team on the national team in Nigeria is a very, very huge responsibility. But then I took the responsibility, and I did what I could. As at my time, everything was good. I have to try to relate with the players, try to make everything okay. Every complaint comes to you, you know how to relate that to the coach, and you just have to apply wisdom in so many things you do when you're in that position. But to be honest, it's not an easy position to be with. And well, it was all good, and I did the part I could, and yeah, we are here today.
Tell us what the most challenging part perhaps might have been, or give us an insight into the most challenging part as the captain of Nigeria.
There's a whole lot of challenges in this. There's a whole lot of challenges, because there are some kind of situations that comes to you and you don't even know how to address the situation, because then you have to try as much as you can to balance the whole thing, you know, not to make it look bad in this other side or so. But part of the challenging part of it, this is when you lose the game, because they come to you first as the captain of the team and begin to ask you questions, even in as much as you don't know how to tell the people or the fans what happened in the game, but you just have to look for something and to tell them. As I said, try to balance the situation. Maybe somebody caused the goal or something, but you cannot come out and say this person caused the goal because you're the captain. So you have to take it like a team. You know, we work as a team. If we win as a team. If we lose as a team. And a whole lot of things happening in the national team. Maybe your bonuses didn't come. How do you go about it to talk with the president or talk to the federation? Some players are not sleeping at the right time. You need to know how to tell them to go and rest. We have important game. There's a whole lot of things, you know, to do, but then it's a responsibility, so we have to take it up.
So from you saying that, there's obviously that responsibility of managing the players, you know, off the pitch and outside of the dressing room, you know, for example, what time they're going to sleep and things like that. So massive, massive responsibility there.
Of course, a whole lot of responsibility.
What was it like as well when you played in Turkey? So much has been said about how passionate they are for the beautiful game of football.
Turkey is another place to be when it comes to football, because also the fans are, no, it's another thing entirely. When I was in Lazio, we had a friendly game against Galatasaray. And when arriving the stadium, when I saw the fans, I was scared. I was asking myself, what is happening in this country? Like, I was thinking, like, there's a problem. There's like a protest or something. But I discovered that they were all fans for Galatasaray. I said, wow. So when I came in to Turkey, I was playing Trabzonspor. Then I now discovered that that was even less, because Trabzonspor, it's a city that is very small. It's just only football that unites them. And imagine that you're in this kind of city and you don't play well or you don't do well. You just have to leave because there's obviously nothing to do. And when I went to Trabzon, I saw real, what they call real passion about football. Like 2 days before the game, they are already excited that we are going to play a game. And the whole children, women, men, everybody, they go to the stadium just waiting for the game. So you can't afford to lose the game because the whole family will be sad.
Heartbreaking.
And the whole street will be a big disaster. So we do all our best. And anytime we win a game, you need to go to the city center. You will see them play music up late at night. They will be dancing, you know, happy, going to do what they need to do. And how sweet and homely those guys are, that when you go out to get some things, they don't allow you to pay. They tell you to go. Just go and win game. This is all we ask from you. That's how it is. And I've never seen this kind of people before. They are really fantastic people. But then, as I said, if it goes the other way around, you lose a game, don't go out of your house. Don't go out of, because it's gonna be a big problem. Because you will not expect what you're gonna see, because even a little boy will just be so sad and tell you, come on, how can you lose this game? Oh. You know, so that's how it is. But yeah, this is football. It's all about win and lose.
And it clearly takes a lot of mental strength as well to get through these different emotions and moments.
Yeah, exactly.
There was also a time where you was actually going to come over and play in England with Harry Redknapp at Birmingham City, but it was a work permit which denied you from coming over. Tell us what happened there, and did you speak to Harry Redknapp throughout this ongoing situation?
Yeah, actually, my agent told me about the deal. Yeah, and he told me the intentions they had in Birmingham. In as much as it's a championship team, but I was willing to come because they had the intention to go up to the Premier League. And he was talking about it, but I wasn't so interested about it. Not until when Harry Redknapp gave a call across to me. I was traveling and I got a call from him, and he said, this is Harry Redknapp, the coach of Birmingham. I said, oh, wow, it's a pleasure speaking with you, because it is not my first time of meeting him. I met him when I was still younger. After the World Cup in under 17, I came for a tryout in Tottenham Hotspur, and he was the coach as at that time. So he knew about me before now, and he said he knows me before now, and I said, yes, I could remember. He said, okay, he wants me, he wants my experience, he wants me to come and he wants to build a team around me, and he wants me to make this work. He's working also with some other players too as well, but I'm his top target. He wants me to come, and he said everything will be okay. I should just tell him what I want and everything. I said, okay, that's fine. We discussed at length about everything, and it was okay. And so they discussed also with my club, TRABZONSPOR. I already packed my bags, everything. I was
ready to go.
I haven't said goodbye to my teammates, you know, but we were actually waiting. Everything was done. We were actually waiting for the FIFA ranking to be out. I think on the rules, Nigeria needs to be below 50 on the FIFA ranking. And as at that time, Nigeria was around 49. Unfortunately, the FIFA ranking came out and Nigeria was 51. It was really shocking, and we dropped, and it was a difficult situation. So they were looking for ways around it to make it the work permit come out and all that. It took a lot of time, and the transfer couldn't go. I was really, really sad. I came back to Trabzonspor, but I told the coach that I can't play for now because my mind is divided right now. I just need some some weeks to get myself back, because my spirit already left. So I need to come back and believe that I'm still here. So he said, okay, he understood how everything is going. So he will give me some time. So, but this is what happened. And we thank God. This is the situation, how it is. But I would have loved to go to England too as well. But
exactly, and I guess everything happens for a reason, and timing is everything. If you were approached by an English club, is that something that you would still perhaps be open-minded to?
Of course, obviously.
And
I'll be ready.
You'll be ready. You have your bags packed.
Yes, of course.
Is there a team that you support in the Premier League? Before you answer this, I hope you've done your homework on me.
No, I don't really support a specific team, in football. Like, I just watch any team that plays good football. For me, that's fine for me. And I cannot say at this moment that this is the team I support. I will not be fair. I'm not truthful if I say that, because I've never supported any team, but I just watch football, the team that plays good. That's the team I just support at the moment.
Fair enough, and it's okay to be a neutral fan. Is there any team in the Premier League that you feel is doing really well at the moment and you're enjoying their football playing style?
I love Chelsea as well. Chelsea is always a team that flashes in my mind, and anytime they're playing, I always have like that interest to watch them play, Chelsea, because when I was still in Nigeria, we used to support Chelsea a lot because of Mikel Obi. And he's someone who I look up to so much, because I show so much respect for him. And till date, he's someone who has done a lot for us, even back then, because we grew up in the same city. And even in the national team as well, he was the captain. I was the vice captain too as well. And I respect him so much. And till date, I still support him in whatever he does, because he's like a big brother to me. So Chelsea was always there, that we always watch and see him. We're always excited to see him play and the team. So I would say Chelsea. Let me say Chelsea, yeah.
All right, fair enough. And who do you think is going to finish in the top 4 this season?
I think Man City is going to be top. And I think maybe Liverpool is going to be second. And Chelsea. Let's say Manchester United.
What, you don't think Arsenal's going to finish top 4?
I'm not sure. Oh,
mate. All right, who do you think will secure that 5th and 6th place finish? Surely
Sorry?
Give us Europa.
Sorry, what did you say?
Who do you think will finish 5th and 6th place in the Premier League?
Let's say Arsenal.
Thank you for that. I'm assuming you're going to say 5th place at least.
Yeah, Arsenal, and let me say Leicester City.
And Leicester City.
Yeah.
So tell us as well, what do you think about Nigeria's shocking exit from the African Cup of Nations?
Well, there's always been a situation around the Nigerian national team when it comes to talk about the coaching aspect. And what they achieved in the African Nations Cup, I was really proud for them, because you know that before the African Cup, the coach was sacked, and Eguavon took in the team in a very short period of time. And for them to do what they have done in the AFCON, it was really something to commend them for, because you need to really know the players, and they need to, play together for them to be able to bring results. And it was really short period of time, and him coming in to take the team at that time was very short. And I think they needed more time, to be able to coordinate between themselves, and of course needed also some kind of experience for them, because the team is a very young team. It's a very young team, and I thought as much that they needed some experience as well to add to the team to be able to balance it up. And but basically they did really, really good in the tournament. Just that we went out so early. I was expecting that we would get to even play in the third place, Mm-hmm. But then they did their best, one of the best team in the group stage, and but unfortunately we crashed out in the knockout stages. But now it's another time for us to prepare for the World Cup, so it's another opportunity for us to correct some of those things that went wrong.
Yeah, so you've got the World Cup qualifiers where you're going to be playing Ghana over 2 legs. How are you feeling about mm-hmm. these games?
Yeah, it's a very big derby for us as well. Ghana is our neighbor, and so the two countries is going to have it very hot game. This the few days to come, or a week or two, to play this game home and away. It's not going to be an easy game. It's not going to be an easy nut to crack. Yeah. So I was also listed on the list. I'm in the standby list. So hopefully I get back to the team, and I'm very objective about this game, and I know that we have to get this ticket by all means. It's not going to be easy. It's never going to be easy, because Ghana is always a difficult game to play. So we'll see how it goes, and we'll give all our best maximum for the game.
Hopefully you make it onto the team. And I can't actually pick a side out of the two, because I know a lot of Ghanaian people, a lot of Nigerian, that are literally like family to me. So I can't pick a side. I'm going to have to be a neutral on this one.
Oh, I see. We will see how it goes there.
Exactly. Who are your top 3 managers in the world right now? And have you ever considered managing? Could you see yourself taking, the Nigerian team to the next level?
Wow. Top 3 managers for now, I would say Pep Guardiola should be number 1 on the list. And I love so much the coach from Atletico Madrid. He's one coach that I really love his pattern of play and his character, which is very good. And I think the third coach, I would say, should be I'm thinking who to take.
Too many options.
Okay, I love so much also Antonio Conte.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I think these are the 3 for me.
All right, brilliant. Oh, well, it's been so lovely speaking to you today, Onazi.
Thank you very much.
Best with the Nigeria team. Hopefully you make it.
Yeah. And thank you very much.
Thank you. And thank you to everyone who has tuned in today. We hope that you've enjoyed today's interview, and there'll be more coming. So make sure you stay tuned and subscribe.